I've just arrived here in Cairo, Illinois, the very southern tip of Illinois, at the confluence of the Ohio River and the Mississippi River, where the two rivers meet and eventually make their way down to the Gulf of Mexico. This is an area that was named after Cairo in Egypt because it was reminiscent of the Nile River Delta. It grew to prominence as a city in the 1920s with a population of 15,000 people, but has since declined to a population of 1,700. And with that decline has also gone access to full-service grocery stores.
The only grocery store in the small town of Cairo will be closing its doors soon. The Wonder Market plans to close on December 6th. With the exception of a Dollar General, the closest grocery stores now will be in Mounds or over state lines in Wycliffe.
I mean, this is our hometown grocery store. This is all we got.
Yeah,
I mean, these convenience stores ain't gonna give you no fruits and vegetables and all that. I mean, honestly, you got a dollar store, they sell a couple things, but when you got a grocery store, you can't really beat that.
We haven't heard why the Wonder Market is closing. Cairo is in Alexander County, of course. It is one of the poorest counties in the state of Illinois.
Cairo had been without a grocery store for about 7 years. Closest store to us was about a 15-minute drive, and that's still a small independent store at that point. If you wanted to get to one of the major chains, you were looking at a 30 to 45-minute drive minimum. A lot of people here in town didn't even have access to transportation, so it was recognized that there was a great need for something locally. There were a lot of people that just relied on the Dollar General here in town. They didn't have any type of fresh groceries. They had frozen foods. They had, convenience store type foods, what Dollar Generals typically carry. There was no fresh produce available in town. So the people that didn't have a vehicle, and there's a lot of them here in this town, either paid someone to take them shopping, or they relied on what they could get at Dollar General.
I've lived in Cairo for the last 24 years, and to be a citizen of and to live in a area that struggles economically, to have something like a grocery store as a hub, it was just immense to me. It was just something that when I was asked to be part of it, I thought, hey, if this is going to be a co-op and we can actually have owner members, individuals that understand that, hey, this is our store and it's not ran by a traditional grocery store, and I thought that this would be the most we would actually be successful with it if we had community buy-in.
Good evening, everyone. The wait is over. After more than 7 years of living in a food desert, people in Cairo finally have a grocery store.
Colin Bailey has more from today's grand opening.
3, 2, 1. No!
It's a great day in the neighborhood. History has been made.
Excitement on the community members' faces as a new grocery store in Cairo opens for business.
We've been a food desert for a while, so we're happy to have this local store to purchase things that we need.
The store will have everything from meat, fresh produce, canned items, and much more. It's something that will allow people to avoid traveling miles and miles for groceries.
My grandkids will be able to come to the store. I don't have to drive 30 miles to pick up some strawberries and maybe some special kind of cake mix. This is wonderful.
Yeah, and you can just grab one.
It's been more than 7 years since Cairo has had a grocery store, and Mayor Thomas Simpson says this new store brings multiple benefits to town.
The market philosophy of working together for the common good has promoted community well-being and improved the quality of life for the citizens of Cairo and play a major role in the local economy.
This store is co-op style, which means the community owns it. And as many check out what's inside, they know they have to continue to support the Rice Community Market.
We're going to support this store, and I know we're going to support it because this is what we need in our community.
"7 years, they work out of town, they stopped at Walmart or they stopped at Kroger and got their groceries before they came home because they had to. There wasn't an option for them here in town. For 7 years, if they lived here in town, they planned a day to go out of town to go grocery shopping. For 7 years, if they wanted a gallon of milk, they went out of town to get that gallon of milk. Or they went to the Dollar General here in town if they had milk to get that gallon of milk. If they needed lettuce, they definitely went out of town. So we've not even been open a year yet. Nobody's had that opportunity to change those habits yet. Some things it's just impossible to be competitive on right now with the major chains. And they're 30 to 45 minutes away when you talk about Kroger or Walmart or something like that. Even at that distance from us, it's still difficult to compete with them. So around Thanksgiving time would be a good example that you expect to be busy for the whole week up to Thanksgiving, from that Thursday before to the Thursday after. Here's a little bit different because we can't afford to do those 59-cent a pound turkeys. Our cost is more than double that on a turkey. They're doing it as a loss leader. We didn't have the funding to be able to do a loss leader on turkeys like that. So people are still driving 45 minutes to get that cheap turkey and buying other stuff with it. We were actually able to manage to get some really good deals into the store to try and encourage people to come here and shop. Like we had canned vegetables, for instance, for 50 cents a can. We had plasticware, the plates or the forks and stuff like that for 50 cents a box. We made sure that we got some of those really good prices in there. We had pies for $3.99. We had really good pricing on the things that we could compete on. And we actually undercut what Kroger sales prices were on some of those items. But those big loss leader items, they've done the research. They know that's going to bring people in, and that's what it did. It brought them in. So we did not get really busy for Thanksgiving. It was almost like a normal week for us, except for the day before. Starts with just small changes in those habits. What I've asked customers to do is to make their shopping list like they always do. Most of the people are making a list and going out and shopping off a list. Make that shopping list. Come to us first before you go out of town. Still go out of town, that's fine. I understand if Kroger's got 59-cent a pound turkeys and we've got them at $2 a pound. I get that. Nobody's going to spend a lot more than they have to. But if they come here first and get what they can on their list that makes sense to get here first and then go out of town, at least they're keeping some of their grocery budget here. And it helps to keep this store here, especially for people here in town that need it. There's a lot of people here in town that absolutely rely on this store. It's why I'm so passionate about this store, is because I see the difference it makes for the people here in town. And one of our staff members here, she is a single mom with several children. She doesn't have a running vehicle. She walks where she needs to get to. She lives within a few blocks of the store. The closest Dollar General is a lot farther away. For her, getting groceries meant making a long walk and trying to find somewhere to get them home. So it became a bunch of little trips for cheap convenience food. Nothing fresh meat, nothing fresh vegetables. Anything that she could carry is what she had. Since the store's opened up, we're closer to her home now. That helps. But now she's got the ability to get fresh vegetables if she wants something like that. She's got the ability to buy salad. She's got the ability to buy stuff like that. It makes a big difference not just to her, but to her children. I know that there are people in this community now who, prior to us being open, would have struggled to get baby formula, would have struggled to get some of those fresh fruits and vegetables or milk, things that would have been very helpful for them, that now can get those benefits right here without having to even leave town.